With breaking news on the Caldor Fire, new worries about the potential spread. Alert wildfire cameras caught this huge hotspot near Omo Ranch, which is an area under mandatory evacuation orders. Also breaking tonight, Caltrans says it is going to close Highway 50 between Sly Park Road and Myers. This closure is taking effect right now. This is a large part of the highway, roughly 40 miles, and it's all because of safety concerns with high winds impacting the Caldor Fire. This is the Twin Bridges camera, which is the closest Caltrans camera to the area.
Now keep in mind, mandatory evacuations are also now in place between Sly Park and Strawberry.
And that is where we find our reporter Erica Stapleton joining us now live at Sly Park Road. Erica, what are you seeing where you are?
Hey guys, as you said, we're here at Sly Park Road. We're on the eastbound side of 50, and you can see right here they have all these cones in the way. They just put these up, so within the past few minutes, people have been being diverted from going eastbound, and they are going off of this exit now. The Highway Patrol has opened back up the Sly Park Road exit so people can come through, and if you walk over this way here, you can actually see a line of cars working their way through there. So we've seen several vehicles being detoured at this hour. Again, this closure just went into place moments ago. So this is something that people were trying to get through. Within the past few minutes, people were able to get through here. But at this point, they are being turned around, and that will be the case over on the Myers side as well. So certainly something to keep in mind if you're planning to travel out this way, not just for safety, but for logistics, because this is a big closure. As you said, it's about a 40-mile stretch, and it's, of course, unusual for this road to be closed down. And the firefight has been busy on all sorts of fronts today. Earlier, we were out with a Los Angeles County crew. They were firefighting over in the Grizzly Flats area. They were working to put out some hot spots in that really nearly destroyed neighborhood in case any embers were to spark and more fires could reignite. So they were working to do that earlier today. They're going to be going through that neighborhood throughout the day. Them and a lot of other crews are working on that front. And of course, going day in, day out, doing something like that and seeing that sort of destruction can really take a toll.
Very difficult, and especially knowing that, people have lost their homes and their possessions and they don't have anything to come back to. We just try to focus on preventing other properties being lost or damaged and just moving on from one step to the next to try to get a handle on this fire.
So again, the Grizzly Flats area was the western side of the Caldor Fire. Crews are worried about it spreading east with those winds, which is why Highway 50 is closed down. A reminder again, these closures are in place. If you want to spin around here, Roberta, you can see they actually have the road closed signs out. These were just put up. So this is very fresh. This is happening right now, and it's something people should be cognizant of if they're planning to travel. And of course, mandatory evacuations are underway. So if you've been in this area, in that spot that's now been closed down, it is time to get out. I'll send it back to you guys.
Erica, thank you. And again, this is an indefinite closure, so stay with us at ABC 10 for any updates on Highway 50. Erica, thanks.
Take a look. People living in these areas are now again under mandatory evacuations, including Grizzly Flats, Kybers, Pacific House, Omo Ranch, Slug Gulch as well. Now, for a full list of evacuation orders and warnings, you can always visit abc10.com.
The Caldor Fire swelled in size overnight as thousands are still under evacuation orders. The fire is more than 73,000 acres. It is not contained. More than 100 buildings are destroyed, and this fire started on Saturday. The cause is still under investigation.
Keep in mind, the Dixie Fire is the largest fire burning in the state, and it is growing, forcing new evacuations in the community of Taylorsville. The fire is now more than 700,000 acres and just 35% contained. It's burning in Butte, Tehama, Plumas, Lassen, and Shasta counties. The new evacuations in Taylorsville include Arlington Road and Nelson Street. More than 1,200 buildings have been destroyed since the fire broke out on July 13th. And coming up later in the show, we'll hear from a reporter who has traveled all the way from our sister station in San Diego to cover this massive fire. But for now, I got to get you over to Tracy, who is tracking the red flag warning we have coming up. Huh, Tracy?
Yeah, it's probably the last thing that you want to hear. That red flag warning is expressly for areas near the Caldor Fire. The opportunity for more breezy and gusty winds are back in the forecast. and that is going to be happening as early as 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take a look at this. High fire danger, gusty winds expected, relatively dry fuel. We all know we're in our second year of drought, one of the driest water years we've had on record. And again, that red flag warning in effect from 11 o'clock tomorrow morning to 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Outside right now, with all of the smoke associated with the fires, we've had hazy sunshine and some pretty cool temperatures. Mid-80s in Sacramento, mid-80s in Stockton, 79 in Placerville, lower 70s coming in for Truckee as well as for South Lake Tahoe. And the winds, the winds of change. Winds will be picking up tomorrow morning. Right now coming in around the west to southwest near the Caldor Fire, and that's pushing a lot of that smoke right into South Lake Tahoe. Coming up, we'll be taking a closer look at the red flag warning, just how strong would the winds be, and we'll also be taking a look at your air quality. Is it going to be this bad all weekend? We'll answer some of those questions in just a few moments.